his former teammate knocks it away. Here comes Rice to lay it in.
Phil Jackson said to Glenn Rice before the series, we need you. Big numbers.
Wallace may have Green overmatched in this series and scores on him here.
That's their...
Shaq cross court to Harper, left alone for three.
Ron Harper was out before the side.
They look for Wallace against Green. He spins on him and scores.
Now AC Green starts in time until they come off the bench with Horry.
Shaq, his first shot, and off balance. Swisheroo. Green with a long one.
How about this now? You've got Harper with a three, Rice with a layup.
Stoudemire, jumper over Kobe.
See, he's so difficult to guard, Bob, because he may be...
With Rasheed, Wallace, and Bryant Grant in short stretches against Shaq, they have lots of fouls to use. Pippen emphatically to the hoop.
You know, normally a game like this, Bob, you see tension.
Interception by Pippen. And he takes it all away.
See, I really believe he's going to be important for Scottie to score. I know
he... on the offensive glass. Kobe gives it back to Green, who's open.
What did Phil Jackson tell us before the game? He said, not so much.
Steve Smith, his first touch. Ball loose, Smith comes up with it, Pippen fires. And he's got a three.
We're off to a great start. And remember, Scottie hit the three to eliminate...
Stoudemire got all the way to the rack.
Keep Shaq involved in screen roll. That's what's...
Harper around Pippen, confronted by Sabonis. He can't finish it, but O'Neal can.
Shaq, what a powerful rebound, and Sabonis has got to stay away from any tough little games, and I think what he's trying to do is put a little pressure on Scottie. Well, Scottie's responded. You see the powerful drive there and the strong finish. This is what he does best. Get in the passing lane, those long arms, get the steal and get the easy score in the open court. Comes down later on, squares up and shoots the three-point shot. Ball comes out to him, no hesitation at all. He shoots the three, so off to a great start. And I think you would expect this from him with this team. Get them...
Knows the triangle offense in terms of what he does defensively as Bryant hits the baseline fadeaway.
Well, I think it's very important because he knows where the trigger points are and where when the ball gets...
A couple of times already. Rice, catch and shoot, got it. The three-pointer gives him 7.
No, Glenn Rice...
The jumper. Stoudemire lost it. Bryant comes up with it and lays it in.
See, you don't want to give Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal...
Of course, that was easy for Bryant because he's capable of those mid-air gyrations. Steve Smith, left unattended, does what he does so well. He hits... Pippen on the move. Out top to Wallace, and Rasheed swishes it from the head of the key.
How about this for talent?
Stoudemire had to arc it high and did it off the glass.
Again, there's another thing you just talked about, Bob. Now, Sabonis did not...
And now they are on a 7-0 run and have tied the game at 22, but not for long.
Now, if you think about it, Shaq has a shot that he came across the middle that was a...
Now Kobe's got Smith on a switch. And Steve hits over him.
Very good low post player now.
Wallace, and every time he begins to talk to an official, you wonder how close he is to a tee.
The great rollout there by Shaq. He felt the pressure from Sabonis on the backside. He just get back and bounce the shot.
Just 5 seconds. It's Smith. He hands it to Grant. Less than 2 seconds to get off a shot. The floor for the Lakers. To Shaq, who just slides by Pippen, who understood when it was futile to try to contest him.
Lakers off the bench.
Bryant spinning into traffic and laying it in.
See, Damon Stoudemire's got to protect that baseline.
Dishes it out to Grant, and now Pippen, who misses the three. Grant there for the tip.
Now that's Brian Grant at his best. Not a prime...
Grant had an off season, but 2 strong games as Robert Horry cans the three. 2 strong games, speaking of Grant.
So Bobby's got a smaller player on him.
They go to him right away, and he makes it work.
I don't know if Dunleavy can play this. Rasheed Wallace has got 2. The Lakers lead by 7, and you can see exactly the power of Shaquille O'Neal. Now, Sabonis is a big, strong man. Little left arm he puts up there. Sabonis rocked back on his heels, no call. And then look what happens when Bryant Grant gets in the game. Shaq immediately goes to him, the quick spin, the great footwork, and look when he bangs him. He just rocks him. This the power of Shaquille O'Neal. And you know what? When something works, you go right back to it once again. This time Bryant Grant gets beat on the play, but he does not quit. He goes up and he forces the jump ball.
Driving on Wallace and a whistle in the basket count. It will.
More importantly, that's going to be Rasheed Wallace's third explosion here. Has gotten the Blazers in trouble. The bump by Wallace, the tremendous over-the-shoulder, off-the-glass shot by Horry. Remember, this guy has 2 championship rings and was big from the officials because he is a great, great player.
Horry feeling it off the bench. It was tied at 26. Now a steal. Bryant looking for the opening. He finds it in Fox. Another 3. It was tied at 26 at the quarter. The Lakers have outscored Portland 18-2. Deadly strength into Sabonis. He wraps it around to Grant for the dunk.
Sabonis is a tremendous passer. So
Shaw playing a game of catch with Shaq, who takes it into the lane and hits the little hook.
if you've noticed, let's just hang in there and cut into this lead.
Rice from Shaq for 3. Glenn Rice was held in check in all 4 games against the Trailblazers this year.
And you see what they're doing defensively. They're keeping Shaq in the paint and running Horry at Sabonis to take away that shot.
Speaking of Horry, he is sizzling off the bench against Bryant. Stoudemire splits 2 defenders, lays it off to Schrempf, who connects. But how do you...
Power forwards from the Lakers are convincingly winning the matchup.
Shaw into the lane, to the left hand. Scottie spins around him, nice move.
See, Scottie's going to have to take that ball and right now beat...
Sabonis to Schrempf. Nice assist by Arvydas Sabonis.
He is a wonderful years ago when his legs were fresher and healthier.
Kobe, catch and shoot, got it off the baseline. He has 12. O'Neal off the glass. 14 for him.
It's all going, and you know the interesting thing, Shaquille is not even...
Still a little more than a minute to play in the first half. Pippen left unattended, hits it.
Well, that's a little 5-point swing there. Can that give Portland a little life?
So it is a 5-point swing. Shaw has an answer.
What's happened is when they go in the post to Kobe, they're having to double.
Trent backing in, finding Stoudemire to the corner for Smith for 3. At the buzzer, a small bit of hope, at least an upbeat note on which to end. Rice switches on to Stoudemire. He lets a long one go and hits it. It counts for 2. He was just inside the line. Wallace juggles and recovers and connects off the glass.
That's exactly the way he started the game. Went down on the...
Subdued as the 3rd quarter begins. Harper around Stoudemire.
You see why Phil Jackson loves big guards. That time, Harper.
And Hart comes out with a steal. Here's Rice. Bryant. Tremendous ball movement by the Lakers.
Now, you and I have done a lot of Laker games. Is always roaming in that lane. Wallace goes up, and here comes Harper. He strips the ball. Fast break, great passing opportunities. And we get Shaquille O'Neal with a dunk with a great pass from Kobe Bryant. Next possession down the floor, Harper like he has an easy layup.
Portland ball after it was kicked by the Lakers. Stoudemire roams free, and nobody switched onto him.
2 turnovers.
Shaq, jumper in the lane. He's got 20 now, and remember, he never scored more than 23. Pippen to Wallace, knocked away. Wallace got it back. Scores, plus a foul.
Now, Rasheed Wallace is going to have to be very careful. Ron Garrettson twice now has gone over to Mike Dunleavy and said, look, you better tell him to stay off of us. Here is a little reverse play, and who's over there again? Ron Harper. Now, Wallace with great hustle to get it back, the basket and the foul, but you see him look at the official with tremendous emotion.
Shaq driving on Sabonis.
See, Sabonis got there. Just doesn't have the quickness, the footwork of Shaquille O'Neal. Sabonis is there. The quick stop. Sabonis goes by. The powerful finish. And I think they might have just shown Wallace.
Timeout LA. Whack! Get out!
He didn't say nothing.
Get away from me, Steve. Get away from me, Steve. He didn't say a word. Technical foul, Wallace. He's gone. No, not right. I asked him 3 times to stop staring at me to try to intimidate me. I'm done. He's gone. I asked him. I told him. I have already told Mike twice before to have him stop staring to try to intimidate me. He did it again. He's gone.
Well, Doug, can you get tossed for looking at a guy funny?
Well, I think what's happened, but we talked about it the last 3 minutes of the game that Rasheed Wallace is going to have to stay away from the ref. Wells, Pippen, and Steve Smith. See if that'll work for them.
Shaq jump hook over Sabonis.
That's a tough shot. You just got to pat him and say, that's why you're the MVP. Very careful not to make this too personal to show Scottie how good he is right now. That's not what's needed.
Steve Smith for 3. A tough one, too. A little bit off balance. Here's Rice. Working in the lane and connecting off the glass. Rice opening this series in fine fashion.
Well, again.
Here is Sabonis. A little leaning jumper that's no good, and the follow is there for Bonzi Wells.
But what they're doing, what the Lakers...
Kobe back to Shaq, out of the double to Shaw for 3.
Shaw's hitting 3. Horry's hitting 3.
Grant, though, gives them a fresh 24. Scottie doesn't use much of it. Hits his second chance 3.
Well, at the Cardinals, he frustrated Shaq with a hard foul, and Shaq responded and got ejected.
Wells with the steal and the jam, although Shaw thought he was fouled.
Now,
off-balance shot is an air ball. O'Neal follows it and beats the buzzer by 0.2 of a second.
He's giving him great energy off the bench, Jermaine O'Neal.
Spins around him, and he was fouled.
He's got to turn and face Shaq. Shaq too powerful to play with his back to the basket.
Shaq with a nice assist on the Fox dunk.
Somebody else got a technical here. I don't know. Let's see what warranted the technical foul. The strong, powerful dunk. And I guess they said that he threw Jermaine O'Neal back. Or Bonzi
goes sprawling. Bonzi Wells, nice move.
Seeing more energy to this group now that...
This is an 11-point game. In deep to O'Neal, who scores, plus the foul. The Trailblazers, who were down 24, on the clock now. The lob into O'Neal, who gets rid of it quickly. It winds up in Harper's hands for the easy lay-in.
But see, Bob, I said that was going to...
Down by 13. Detlef Schrempf cuts it to 11.
Portland's had a lot of opportunities here. They've been able to...
From beyond the arc in this half. Fisher got around Bryant and got the roll.
2 critical baskets, one by Fisher, one...
Greg Anthony out top to Wells for 3.
Wow, you see a little bit of this kid's game. You've seen him in the post now.
Shaq in the lane.
How discouraging is it to fight and fight and fight?
Smith deals it back outside to Pippen. His jumper is good. Sabonis has played 32 minutes, hasn't scored. Shaquille O'Neal has laughed last against Dunleavy.
Very good point as we see Bonzi Wells with a steal, but I think what Phil has done here, the reason show up 1-0 and game 2, Portland must win.
Because if they don't, the simple math is they'd be faced with having to win 4 out of 5 against a Laker team that looked pretty good today. For Shaquille O'Neal, 41 points.